Welcome to the deep dive. We're doing something a little different today. We're going deep into, well, your experiences.
Okay.
The stories and situations you've shared.
Interesting.
All these unsettling events.
Yeah.
It makes you think, right? What happens when? When your personal space,
Right.
your life, feels invaded. Like that feeling of safety and control just crumbles away.
Exactly. And that's what connects all these stories you sent, right? Whether it's like a break-in or someone watching you, or even your tech getting hacked. It's that loss of control, that fear of the unknown.
So we've got physical violations,
Yeah.
mysterious happenings, that feeling of being followed, and the whole tech side, which is like a whole other level of creepy.
Absolutely. It's everywhere.
So our mission today is to break this down,
Okay.
look for the patterns, the insights,
Yeah.
so you can understand these situations better
Yeah.
without getting too freaked out.
Good plan. Where do we start?
Let's start with home, the place where you should feel safest, right?
Should be, yeah.
But so many of these stories show that even home isn't always a sanctuary.
Right. Like the most basic one. Finding your front door open.
Oh, God.
The lock's busted. Things are missing.
Photos, jewelry.
It hits hard. You know, it's not just about the stuff. It's that feeling that someone's been in your space.
Your private space.
Violated.
Makes your skin crawl just thinking about it.
Yeah. And then there's the story about the locked room.
Ooh, that one was strange.
So, like, you're curious at first,
Great. Like an old house, a locked room.
trying to find the key, figure out what's in there,
But then there's those noises at night.
coming from the attic,
And the rumors, right.
about the house, people disappearing.
Makes you wonder if it's all connected somehow.
And then finding those hidden books and papers.
Under the floorboards.
It's like the house has secrets, like it's hiding something.
Gives me chills just thinking about it.
It definitely makes you question what you think you know about a place, right?
Yeah. And then there's the story about the mirror
The one.
after the old one broke.
Oh, with that creepy note.
Hope this one doesn't crack.
Like, who writes that?
Exactly. And then feeling watched in the bathroom.
Even after they checked and there was nothing there.
Nothing. Even if it's in your head.
Right.
That feeling of being watched is so unsettling.
It makes you question your own senses.
Like, am I going crazy?
And it can happen anywhere, right? Not just in your house.
Speaking of which, the story about Whiskers, the cat,
Oh, poor Whiskers.
coming home to a silent house,
Panicking, searching everywhere
and then he comes back injured.
with that note.
Someone hurt him intentionally.
Deliberate cruelty.
It's just heartbreaking and
It
terrifying.
makes you realize that even your pets aren't safe from this stuff.
And they can't even tell you what happened.
No, they can't. It makes you feel even more powerless.
Okay, moving on. The knocking at the door. Every night.
No one there.
So creepy.
Yeah.
The anxiety, the extra locks, the cameras.
Show nothing.
In the end, they had to move.
Couldn't take it anymore.
It shows how this stuff can just wear you down, you know?
Yeah, when your home stops feeling safe.
There's nowhere to go.
Exactly. And that other one with the rearranged furniture,
Oh, that one's messed up.
like your stuff's moved around.
But nothing's missing.
It's just, and no explanation.
Researching the house, talking to experts,
Nothing.
and then finding out that the previous owner,
Moved out for the same reason.
like a pattern,
A history you can't escape.
it's like the house itself is the problem.
Okay, so we've established that our homes, even with all the locks and cameras,
Right.
aren't always as safe as we'd like to think.
Yep.
But let's go beyond the four walls now.
Okay.
That feeling of being watched,
Yeah.
followed,
Uh-huh.
even in public spaces.
Like that walk in the park?
With the man on the bench, just staring.
That feeling like you're being observed,
It starts subtly, maybe you brush it off.
but it keeps happening.
You start avoiding that park, a place you used to enjoy.
It's like your freedom's being taken away bit by bit.
And then there's the late night drive,
Oh, God.
those headlights in your rear view mirror.
You try to lose them, but they stay right behind you.
It's terrifying.
You feel so vulnerable, so exposed,
You finally pull over, your heart's pounding.
but they just drive away.
But nothing happened.
But you never forget that feeling.
Every time you're driving at night, you look in the mirror.
Yeah. And then there's work.
Right, even at work you can feel this way.
Like with Gary, that creepy colleague.
Asking about your schedule, your projects,
Like he's trying to figure something out.
and then the proofs.
Someone was in the office after hours,
Accessing files.
and all signs pointed to Gary.
It's a betrayal of trust, you know?
It makes you question everyone.
Even in a professional setting,
And then there's Mr. Thompson, the neighbor,
Oh, the watchful one.
always peeking out the window,
Following you with his eyes.
like he's trying to catch you doing something wrong.
Even when you confront him.
He's all apologetic.
But it doesn't stop.
It's like he can't help himself.
It's that gray area, right?
Yeah. Where does concern become creepy?
When does being helpful become harassment?
Tough questions.
Ah.
Okay, so we've talked about feeling violated in our homes, in public, but now let's talk about technology,
Okay.
because this is where things get really scary.
Yeah, technology is supposed to make us safer, right?
Connect us, make life easier.
But it also opens up all these new ways to be violated.
Make those late night phone calls,
Unknown number,
whispering something creepy.
and they hang up.
You call the police, but it keeps happening.
That feeling of being
You
targeted,
don't know who it is, what they want.
it drives you crazy.
Makes you afraid to answer the phone.
And then finding a hidden recording device.
In your own living room,
Someone's been listening to your conversations.
recording your private moments.
It's a violation, pure and simple.
And then there's the security system.
It's supposed to protect you.
But the feeds are distorted, there's weird images.
Tech support can't figure it out.
Consultant says it might be hacking.
Someone messing with your system.
It makes you feel totally exposed.
Like, you can't trust anything.
And then there's social media messages.
Anonymous accounts.
Starting with vague stuff, but then getting really specific.
Knowing things they shouldn't know.
Like they're watching your every move.
It's creepy.
And then the typed letters.
Arriving without postage.
Describing your day, your thoughts, your feelings.
Like they're in your head.
You install cameras, but it doesn't help.
The feeling of being watched doesn't go away.
And then the new security system starts acting up.
Doorbell rings in the middle of the night.
But no one's there.
Just that feeling of dread.
Like something's coming for you.
And then your phone gets hacked,
Sending weird messages to your contacts.
making you look bad.
And then the email.
With a link to a whole file.
All your personal information.
Everything.
And the message. Being watched, this is just the beginning.
It's silly.
It makes you realize how vulnerable we all are.
In this digital age.
Our lives are out there for anyone to see.
And exploit.
Okay, this is getting a bit heavy.
Yeah.
Let's shift gears for a moment.
Okay.
These next stories are different.
How so?
It's not just about someone breaking in or watching you.
Okay.
It's about your mind.
What do you mean?
Like the person who kept hearing noises in their apartment.
Noises.
Sounds that echoed their deepest fears.
But there was no explanation.
No physical source.
Like it was all in their head.
But it felt real.
And people didn't believe them.
Made them feel crazy.
Like they were losing their grip on reality.
But then there's a story about waking up in that strange room.
Oh, wow.
Hands tied. Can't see.
Scary.
And this guy in a lab coat talking about external factors.
Like they were being experimented on.
And finding that recording device.
Evidence.
And a note suggesting they were being manipulated.
Like their whole reality was a lie.
And then there's the hike.
Just a normal hike, right?
But they stumbled on this old stone slab,
Like a grave marker.
but unmarked.
Creepy.
And then all these bad things start
Like
happening.
a curse.
A friend betrays them, everything falls apart.
Like someone's orchestrating it.
And then there's the false memories.
Memories of things that never happened.
Vivid, detailed, but totally fake.
Like someone planted them there.
And this feeling of being monitored
Like they're being watched, even as they investigate.
makes you wonder what is real.
Like, can you trust?
It's a terrifying thought.
It is. It makes you question everything you know.
Okay, let's move on to something a little more tangible.
Okay.
Objects.
Mysterious objects.
Yeah. Things that appear out of nowhere with no explanation.
Like that package with the bloodstained shirt.
And the old photograph.
No idea who the people are, where it was taken.
It's like a piece of a puzzle, but you don't have the rest of the pieces.
And then there's the diary.
The leather-bound one.
Yeah, with the entries that mirrored the reader's life.
Like someone was documenting their every move.
Creepy.
And the manila envelope with the personal research report.
Like a stalker's dossier.
All your information laid out in detail.
It's a violation.
And then there's Jessica, the online friend,
Who turned out to be anything but.
sending personal messages, photos of the inside of their house,
Like she was watching them.
and the video from a hidden camera.
Proof.
It's scary how easily someone can infiltrate your life online.
And then the lost belongings that suddenly reappear.
Years later,
No accident.
like someone's been holding on to them.
Waiting for the right moment.
And then the hidden camera in the bedroom,
Oh no.
recording everything.
Such a violation of privacy.
It makes you feel sick.
And then the dog collar.
On Max, the dog.
With the note about hidden dangers.
But they searched everywhere. found nothing.
It's like a mind game.
And the notes with personal details.
Getting more and more invasive.
The police get involved, but the notes keep coming.
And the security system gets tampered.
Like someone's always one step ahead.
And then the box buried in the backyard.
Another blood-stained shirt, another old photo.
But this time, there's more.
A secret room in the house.
Evidence of a struggle.
Bloodstains, a journal, documents.
It all points to a dark history.
Like something terrible happened in that house.
And it's still there, lurking beneath the surface.
And finally, the gifts and the notes.
Left on the doorstep.
Starting with small things, then escalating.
Personal items, lost memories.
And the messages getting more and more chilling.
Like the person knows everything about them.
It's a mind game, but with very real stakes.
Designed to break them down.
Okay, one last category.
What's that?
Betrayal.
Oof.
By people you thought you could trust.
Like the writing mentor. Giving story ideas that mirrored the writer's life.
Like he was using their personal experiences.
Exploiting them.
And then Ryan, the colleague.
With the shady business deals.
Turns out he was a fraud.
Fabricated credentials, a history of scams.
And then the disappearing friends.
With the listener as the common link.
Like they were being targeted.
And the suspicion fell on Rachel, a close friend.
It's heartbreaking when someone you trust turns against you.
And then the forged letter about the inheritance.
Leading to the discovery of an identity thief.
Someone living a parallel life.
It's like something out of a movie.
But it's all too real.
And then the blackmailer.
Threatening to expose secrets.
Turned out to be someone they knew.
Motivated by jealousy and control.
It's sad, really.
It is. It shows the dark side of human nature.
And then the framing for theft.
With fake evidence.
All orchestrated by a store owner and a criminal.
For their own gain.
It's a reminder that not everyone plays by the rules.
And that anyone can be a victim.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
From break-ins to betrayals, from stalker neighbors to creepy online messages.
It's a lot to take in.
But what's a takeaway here?
Well, I think the common thread is that feeling of intrusion.
Yeah.
Whether it's physical, psychological, or digital.
It's about having your boundaries violated.
Your sense of safety shattered.
And it makes you realize how vulnerable we all are.
In a world that's increasingly interconnected.
And where privacy is becoming a luxury.
It's a scary thought.
But also, I think, a necessary one.
Why do you say that?
Because it makes you think about how you protect yourself.
Yeah.
How you build boundaries.
And who you trust.
And how you navigate this world where it feels like
someone's always watching.
So, yeah, it's unsettling.
It is.
But maybe, just maybe,
Yeah.
it'll make us all a little more aware.
A little more vigilant.
And a little more careful about who we let into our lives.
And our homes.
And our phones.
And our minds.
That's it for today's deep dive.
Thanks for listening.
Until next time, stay safe out there.
Be careful.
And keep those locks checked.
And your eyes open.
You never know who's watching.
Or listening.
Or waiting.
In the shadows.